Hello and welcome back to our review of the Real Grade New Gundam. So in this part, we're just going to go over my kit after I've painted it up, as well as a custom display base that I made for it to display its fin funnels. So as you can see, I didn't do anything too different or fancy with the overall paint job. Just stuck with the usual colors, added a bit of extra lining and trimming. Most of the work that went on was in the fin funnels, where I had to do a lot of masking, and since there were six of them, it was very time consuming, but I think overall it definitely pays off. I also used some metal stickers that I got from Delphi. I think they look pretty good overall, but they're a bit annoying to work with, but more on that later. And to top it off, I just coated everything with some Pledge Future Shine top coat to give it that nice glossy finish. So for most of the inner frame, I just alternated between using the Tamiya gunmetal as well as the Tamiya metallic gray. I think these two go very well together, especially for inner frame of any Gundam kit. For more details like pipings or even thrusters, I used the X11 Chrome Silver. I think this turned out pretty well, but for all of these metallic paints, you have to mix them very well or else you won't get the kind of metallic shine. So as you can see, stuff here on the elbow joint of the arm, as well as the joint in the knees, as well as the piping in the back, I used that Chrome Silver to help it make it look more standout-ish. For the white, I just use the standard Tamiya X2 white. It's very glossy, very bright. I like it a lot. No complaints here. For the yellow, I decided to go with the lemon yellow, which I think was a bit brighter than I was expecting, but I do kind of like how it pops out because there's very few yellow parts on the Gundam overall. So I didn't have any gray on me when I was painting this kit, so I just made my own by mixing the Tamiya black and the Tamiya white. I played around with the proportions a bit, and I think overall about 8 to 9 drops per 1 drop of black gives you a very nice kind of light gray color that's still very distinct from the glossy white. In terms of the blue parts, the navy blue parts, I also used the Tamiya just regular blue, but I also added a bit more of the black. Again, this is just a few drops of black, so I think about 6 to 7 drops of blue per 1 drop of black. It'll get you a very nice kind of navy blue color that can almost look black under certain lightings. And for the red, I decided to do something special. I decided to try out the kind of like a candy color scheme. So I first painted all the red parts with some chrome silver, and then covered it with some clear red. And you can't really tell because there's very few pieces of red on this Gundam. And I don't think the paint job went that well because I tried hand painting the clear red on. I didn't mix the chrome silver that well, but it is just a tiny bit metallic. And I think that overall the kind of dulled look works a lot better for this Gundam because nothing else is in that kind of candy color scheme. So in terms of stickers, like all real grades, the new Gundam comes with a giant sheet of stickers. I opted not to use any of these just because they are stickers and there's that really weird edge around them. And if when you apply them onto a kind of glossy coat, then the edge is kind of apparent. I did consider using some of these more foil stickers, but I thought that overall it would look more consistent with the overall scheme of the Gundam if I just painted those up in chrome silver instead. So what I opted to use instead was some metallic stickers from Delphi. You can see here some leftovers. As you can see, they're very metallic and shiny, and they look very nice overall, but I do find that these are very kind of difficult to work with, especially on a smaller kit like the Real Grade New Gundam, because the stickers themselves, some of them the smaller ones, they don't have a lot of surface area to actually stick to. So on areas like the ankles here, not only are the stickers kind of thin and small, but the ankle is also kind of curved, so it's very difficult to actually apply the sticker completely. Because these are stickers, they're metallic, they want to stick straight. You can try to like bend them a lot beforehand, but you're never going to be able to get the perfect curvature of the surface that it's going onto. So pieces like on the ankles, there's also a piece here on the shoulders. As you can see here, there's a sticker there, but this one fell off. On the shoulder as well, this shoulder here, the top sticker also kind of fell off. And I definitely tried applying them properly and even used some top coat. Used the Pledge floor gloss, but these definitely aren't decals or anything. They are stickers at the end of the day. If their adhesive on the back is gone, then they tend to fall off very easily. But overall, if you kind of ignore the fact that they fall off very easily, I think that some stickers, like the bigger ones on very flat surface areas, like on the shield, as well as the big one on the shoulders, and the ones on the fin funnels, since they're a bit bigger and on very flat surface areas, then they do stick very well, and they are very glossy and almost kind of godly. And I think that overall this is they work very well for a kit like this that I painted up kind of in pristine factory new, gloss coated and everything. But I think I do only recommend it on probably bigger kits like bigger MGs or even a perfect grade, just because the stickers themselves will be a lot bigger and thus have a lot more room to actually stick onto. That being said, if you do get them from Delphi, they do tend to give you extra stickers. Like here, they give you a lot of extra stickers for the fin funnels in case you get the double fin funnel set, as well as some miniature stickers that are kind of shrunk down from the version KA decals. So here's an accessory that I don't really display my new Gundam with, the New Hyper Bazooka, but I did paint it up all the same. Painted it up just all the standard colors, did some masking here to get some color variation between the gray and the white, put on some of these metal decals, which I'm surprised how well they stick on considering, this is a curved surface, but I think they are very thin and there's a decent amount of surface area so it can stick on pretty well. Also painted the sticker, here is supposed to be a sticker, painted up in a first some chrome silver, this one clear green, looks very good. As you can see, it still telescopes, no problem. And in the back, I put the bit booster, make it gray, as well as the missiles, painted them up in red as well. So I did say I put a lot of work into the fin funnels, so I just want to take a closer look at them. As you can see, 6 fin funnels, identically painted, except for the decals or metal stickers. They have a number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Delphi decals come with numbers all the way up to 12, and I decided to place the opposing ones on the opposite side of the fin funnels. So, here's going to be number 6, and here's going to be number 12, just to make it kind of symmetrical, but, not really because the numbers are different. But as you can see, I stuck with mainly the same colors except for a bit of masking. Down here, standard yellow, dark blue, yellow again. Usually these attachment points are going to be a dark gray. I just painted up in silver because I thought they'd look cool, and as well as the full piece over here going to be silver, so it also stands out more. As you can see, the main work I had to do was up here, a lot of masking, just making sure that this part was going to stay gray, and here it's going to stay white. Also mask this little rectangle here, just to give it kind of some variance, some white here as well. On the back is also a lot of work. Usually this would just be all dark blue, but I figured since this is where the kind of energy of the fin funnels are generated, there'd be different panels, so I just masked all these ticks off, all these panels, painted them silver, and I thought that it looks very good, after you paint it all up. Of course, 6 fin funnels, very tiring, a lot of work, but I think overall it's definitely worth the effort to mask these off and give it some color variation. As I said before, one of the biggest knocks against this kit is that it has no display base, so I just made my own. So the base itself is very simple. It's just a few pieces of cut acrylic on clear acrylic, 1/8 inches. As you can see, the base design itself is the classic Amro logo, the A. And what I did was for 3 of these pieces, I cut them out identically with some holes in them that I can plug in little rods to display the fin funnels. And for the final one, I just did it with no holes at all, and I kept the backing piece of the clear acrylic on. So depending on whether you want to display it with the fin funnels launched or not launched, you can have this either on top or on bottom. And that way you can have a pretty looking base or a base with holes in them to display the fin funnels. And of course I'm just going to have 2 pieces of clear acrylic that I can kind of layer together. And this will serve as a way to attach the Gundam onto the base itself. And of course the anchor point is very simple. You can see there's a bit of offset to match the way the attachment point for the backpack into the new Gundam works as well. So you can just attach that in and it's pretty stable, and now you can attach the new Gundam to it. And as you can see, up in the air is definitely where the new Gundam belongs. Now there are still a bit of weight issues, just the fact that there is a lot of weight onto the right side of the Gundam. But overall, it shouldn't affect it too much. You can always adjust the waist a bit to make it stand up better. And of course, the fact that this kit is painted means that the joints are a bit more stiffer, so it can hold up poses just that much better. And just like on the ground, the shield is very useful for kind of propping up the fin funnels and making them seem still straight and flush even while in the air. So of course the main point of the display base is to display the fin funnels, and to do that we're just going to remove the stand itself, take the base, the top piece, slide it down to the bottom, and that way you've exposed all of the holes and pegs for the top three pieces. And then just line up the stand again, slide it back in, and now we can use a bunch of clear rods, kind of like this, and slide it into these holes. And at the tip of these, I've clipped them a bit so that they can be very easily attached to the fin funnel attachment points. So once we've attached a singular fin funnel, we can fold up the attachment points on the side. They're nice and hidden. And now we can fold them all the way out, like so. And this should be the kind of fin funnel deployment mode. And as mentioned before, here is the anchor point, which should attach very nicely into here. And as you can see, there are various attachment points on the base itself, so we're just going to very simply attach this here. It takes a bit of force to stab in, but it should hold very stably. And as you can see, the fin funnel holds on nicely. Of course, the wire itself is a bit bouncy, so it will kind of flutter around. But if you get it in a pose and set it down somewhere, eventually it will stop shaking and it can hold a very nice pose. And of course, there are plenty of holes in the base itself, so you can attach all 6 fin funnels at various angles. And you can also adjust the length of the rod itself, so it can be in different positions. And with a bit of patience, you can get all 6 of the fin funnels all attached up for that cool kind of full burst mode where New Gundam has all of its fin funnels deployed. Be it in melee or even unarmed, I think this is a very impressive way of displaying the New Gundam. So that's about it for my review of the Real Grade New Gundam. I'm overall pretty happy with how my paint job turned out, as well as how well the custom base actually works. When I was building it, there was a lot of test fitting, but overall I think the results are pretty good and pretty impressive. I think my biggest gripe with this would be with the Delphi metal stickers, just because they're kind of small and they tend to fall off. And unfortunately, unlike decals, top coating them doesn't really help that much in terms of protecting them and keeping them on. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll try to reply to them the best I can. And please like and subscribe, and look forward to more Gundam content. Thank you very much.